I'm Elaine Alquist, Eleni Sofia Condominas Alquist, and pleased to be the first Greek American woman in the California State Legislature. And on behalf of Greek TV, I'm very happy to be here with you today because we have the renowned artist Ted Soulis from San Francisco. Ted, thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me, and hopefully from Assemblywoman we'll in a couple of years be able to call you our senator.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Tell me, what inspired you to become an artist? How did it all begin?
Well, as a young man, as a young man in high school, actually, it really started, and I got involved in it. And we had a wonderful teacher, and I was fortunate to have a friend at that time who was a very famous sculptor that took our first art class together, Richard Serra, and so we both went on from there. It was a stimulation that came upon someone who saw talent in us and gave us just a way to go, and she gave us some freedom. Her name was Mrs. Clark. And,
we always remember.
Remember Mrs. Clark, and that's how it started. Then when I
and where did you go to high school?
Went to high school, Lincoln High School in San Francisco, St. Emilius Grammar School, Lincoln High School, City College, took some classes at State, and then spent most of my time at the San Francisco Art Institute. That's after I got out of the service. I got out of the service in 58, and so from 58 to 62, I took classes at the Art Institute, and was very fortunate to be around some very just talented people. Diebenkorn, Bischoff, Oliveira. It was just a wonderful time for the city, and great artists. Unfortunately, they had to leave San Francisco to go to New York to make their fame and fortune, and which is sad, but it's a reality.
Was your path for becoming an artist a smooth one? And was it something that you did continuously in your life, or how did it evolve over time from high school to where you are now?
Well, basically from high school and the service and during the college years, I painted. Then I had to make a decision whether I would, if I stayed in the art field, I would have to teach school. And I didn't feel like I was cut out to teach school. I don't think I have the patience to do that. So I went into business and was very fortunate and successful, and so that has allowed me now, at the age of, I'm 65 now, but the age of 60 at 54, to go back and start painting again. So I have a studio and I paint and I show, and most of my work, in fact all of my work, is not for sale. I've used it all to raise money for charities.
Let's talk about that a little more, because I find that quite commendable. You really don't sell your work, you show it.
We show it. I like to exhibit it. I'd like people to see it. Hopefully it'll go into a foundation, and that my daughters will be able to do that and continue doing it. Hopefully it'll be an ongoing thing.
And then financially, how does your art help the community?
What we have done in the past is have shows, and then people come to the shows, and they donate money to the particular charity that we're having.
I see. So you designate the charity.
We designate the charity,
so
right?
You choose
we've
charities.
Done one for the Greek Orthodox Church. We've done several for Toys for Tots. So any worthy cause, and it's great for me because people get to see the work, and it is for a good cause.
What inspires your artwork?
Actually, life. It's I don't title my paintings, and I don't sign them. I sign the back.
You don't sign them?
Yeah, it's just I've always thought that everyone has the ability to be creative.
All of us?
All of you. You put makeup on every morning. That's
right.
your canvas. So that's and people do that and they don't realize that that's what they do. And so everyone's creative, and my goal is to make things that are pretty, and there's not a lot of magic to it or great detail about it. In fact, I've been reading critics for years, and even on my stuff, and I haven't understood a word they've said. So they have their own language. I think more people should get involved in the arts or in crafts and things that they enjoy. And the bottom line is it's very subjective. If you look at it and like it, or love it, then you should keep it or have one or continue doing it. I think that's the main thing.
It seems to me that it's very important, we talked about this a little bit earlier, to have art in the schools and to have children experience art. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Well, there's no question about it. I think the art program, and as I spoke earlier about Mrs. Clark, whose name popped up, was probably responsible for 8 or 10 artists now that came through Lincoln High School that are extremely famous now and well done. So that's, but we had the money then, the school system had the money and had the wherewithal to have the equipment. We took ceramics, they had everything there for us, and that's no longer the case. Arts is kind of down at the bottom of the pendulum. It's just shooting down, and along with sports. So you're probably well aware of that's
Yes.
happening. So hopefully we can do some things, and I would like to show more so we can show young artists. We're trying to get it to where we can get a space in the Presidio or someplace in the Bay Area where we can show young, and specifically young Greek artists would be something I would be very
Yes.
interested in doing. So we could have functions and people can come there and enjoy their art.
Yes, we have to mentor our young Greek people, Greek Americans, and to show them that they can do what we do, right?
Exactly.
You as an
exactly.
artist, myself as a legislator.
Right. There has to. It's a role model, and it's something that is attainable. Most people think that it's not, but with drive and there are Greek backgrounds. I think it's something that we do.
So how does your heritage, which is our heritage, inspire you to do what you do? I'm looking at some of your work, and there are vivid colors and bold statements. And how has your heritage inspired you?
Well, it's always been
Affect
fun.
you?
I've always been around dancing, laughing, and having fun, and that's what art is to me. And it's a gift, and but one you almost can't take credit for, because you do it. You do it because you enjoy it. And I went through a period where I thought I was doing serious work, what I called quote unquote serious work, and I found that became contrived. Now I just get a canvas and I paint, and when it looks good, it's like putting on clothes. When you feel like you look good,
Right,
and you
right.
go, I'm done.
I wore a nice bright color
Yeah,
today.
perfect. See, that was it, and the great earrings, and that was it, and you said, this is done, it's
Yes.
finished. And that's what it should be. It shouldn't, people look into art and they're afraid of art, and they shouldn't be. It's something that we all have the ability to do, and like I said, it's subjective. What you like, I might not like, and then that's what it's about. And I think delving into it and naming, that's why I don't title things, is I think most of the artist friends of mine, they do the titling after the work is completed, so it's kind of a backward thing, and I think, and that becomes for a selling point.
Well, you strike me as a humble artist.
Yes, I am.
And
No, I love my work. I think my work's great.
And I know
I'm very proud of it.
Are there any closing statements that you would like to make, because we need to showcase the beautiful things that you have done? Is there anything you would like to communicate to many of the Greek Americans who are watching this program?
Well, I would like anyone who's near San Francisco to go down to, there's a great building at 49 Gary Boulevard, and I happen to have some paintings there now at Ebert Gallery, and there's 15 major galleries in that building, and paintings range from $300 to Avendon. The photographer's having a show there, and all his stuff's $85,000. But there's a wide range, and I think people, instead of buying a bracelet or something for their family, to invest in art and something that they enjoy and love, and I think more and more young Greek people, and hopefully with your help in the Senate and the Assembly, will be able to get a space for young Greek artists.
Well, I just became a yaya, and what I would say is that we need to see that we bring our children and our grandchildren to see the beautiful works of art that the Greek Americans like you, that we are so proud of, are doing. And I want to thank you so
thank
much
you. Yeah.
for being here with us today.
And best of luck to you.
Thank you. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.